Yo, Tech, start the video, fam.
Okay. Tech versus tech. This is chart check with tech, and I'm gonna break down some charts. So, anyone that's been here before, they know I do this every week. I try to come on around 7 o'clock on Sundays and do my markup of the charts. If you are in the room, please let me know if you can hear me. Otherwise, I think it's working. I went and did my sound check and everything like that, but I do this every week. I'm gonna break down CAD JPY, so the Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen, and then we're gonna go over some crypto because you have to. It's hot, right? The market is hot, so I'm gonna go over what's happening in crypto, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So let's jump into charts. Let's see. Oh, my sound effects are working today too. It's working in my ear, but if you can hear it, then shoot, I'll find out later if it's working, right? Let's see. That's not the screen that I want. Come on, man. There you go. Actually, let me see something. For anyone that's in crypto, I don't know if anyone's watching this that's in crypto, but did you hear the news today that XRP hit $2? For anyone that's been in the previous cycle, 2021, they know that XRP was just floating around and it was pretty much just ranging between, like, it was just ranging for a long time, like in an accumulation phase. And finally, it broke out this year and it hit $2. A lot of people think it's going to get to $10. So I did make a poll that you can see in the top. I guess it would be in your top right. I made a poll for anyone that thinks it's going to hit $10. Let's see. But should be an amazing year because it's a bull run, and in bull runs these things tend to happen. So I just put that up there just so you can see. But let's get into the chart, and for this part, I am going to switch screens. There we go. So I'm just gonna do the top-down analysis the way that I do it. And so anyone that's ever seen me do the analysis, I start on the weekly. So the market opened up a little while back around 5 p.m. Eastern time. Let me go back to the weekly. And we had this crazy push down, right? So what I'm going to do first is try to find out the direction of the market on the weekly, the daily, and the 4 hour before I look for an area of interest where I would want to take a trade from. So let's go here to start and mark up the structure. I can skip this area because it's roughly the same height. So I would want to come up here. This would count. And up here. This is an interesting spot right here, but this is definitely a break. So I'm going to take this, move it down here. Let me get the music back. Here we go. I didn't even notice. All right, better. So what do we have here? All right, so market was pushing bullish here, kept on going bullish until we got to this location right here. Broke structure to the downside, created some structure around here. Broke structure to the upside, created some more structure around here. And then finally broke structure to the downside again. Okay, so I would say, let me just get another screen out here so I can. I just wanted to copy this right here. Although, depending on how the screen's set up, sometimes I don't even know if you can see this all the time. Yeah, right now you can't. So I'm gonna actually move my screen over to this side. Yeah. Okay. I wanted you to see this right here. So the weekly is down. And then I can delete this now because I literally only just do this to find out the direction. I don't need to keep it on. So we know the weekly is down. So the W stands for week and then D is down, and we have daily. This, I don't know what the direction is yet, but I'll just leave that there for now. So let's go down to the daily and see the direction. Well, this huge push right here, I'm not even going to start. I could start all the way from back here, but like in situations like this where you have this crazy push down, I'm just going to start from right here. This is obviously like just down. And then we made a lower low all the way down here. So now from here is where it starts. So we get up here. And then we have some structure right here. Like when you have them so close together and then you have a huge push like this, you don't even need to do all of that stuff in there. I can skip some of it. And then this is like one push all the way down. So I'm going to do the same thing we did before. We had to push down, so we were bearish, came down here, we were bearish. But then broke structure, now we're bullish, pushing to the upside, pushing to the upside, pushing to the upside until we got over here. We broke to the downside. So right now the daily direction is down. Okay, so now we're going to get rid of this. And please, if you're here and you like that I'm giving you some information on maybe you're starting your trading journey, whatever the case is, please support the channel, like and subscribe, and turn on your bell notifications. That way you get notified when I do this every week. It'll notify you when I go live. Okay? Just had to throw that in there. Anyways, back to the chart. We're gonna go down to the 4-hour now. Okay, so what do we see on the 4-hour? You see all of this structure up here, and then this crazy push down right here. I'm not gonna start all the way back there. I'm gonna start around like where it makes sense. Basically, all of this consolidation here, like all of this is just consolidation. So you know so when you see this push down, this is the only part I really need to take into consideration in terms of finding the direction, which you can see is mostly down. So, but I'm just going to map it out so you can see some of the structure that took place, which is not that much. Like all of this is, I can skip all this right here. This is structure. This part matters, but we don't have any push that goes above this section, so this is just down. But I do want to take note of this area right here, and then we kept on pushing down. So what that means is, well, it's already selected as down. This is the 2-hour and the 1-hour, which I'm just going to erase because I'm not basing any trades off of these levels or those time frames. So we have 3 time frames in sync. Okay, what do we do next? Yeah, I don't even need to, no structure broke, it's just completely down. So now we're going to go to the next step, which is mapping out some of these areas right here, that because what we're looking for is, okay, how do we trade this, right? We have to find an area to get in where it would actually make sense. Okay, so what I like to do is, oh, that's one thing that I forgot. When I'm doing the weekly area and I find the area that price started pushing down, I usually would map out the high and the low. So this is the weekly high and the low. And then when I went down to the daily is pretty much saying the exact same thing. So the daily push down, this is literally the weekly high and low and the daily high and low. The 4-hour would be this area right here, all the way down to this exact level. So I can just put that as the higher low for the 4-hour. So what does that mean? Go back to the weekly. What we're looking for is a trade within this range. So I need to find something in that range where I feel that price could retrace to, and that I could get a push away. I already see that the EMA is here. I like that. So let's see. How many touches? And one thing that you, when you're looking for the range to trade in, I like to do this as well. Map out the midway point of the range. I don't know if you can see that, but that dotted line is the midway point. And I want price to essentially come back in here, like so, somewhere in here, before continuing to sell down. So know that I can't go above here for the range, so I'm going to just create a box. That didn't help. I don't think I could see it on that time frame. No. There we go. Okay. So, I like this area here. Oh, you why in a second. This area is not bad either, but this area is not bad. But the thing is, it's not past the halfway point. And I don't know if you can even see that, but I'm going to change the line color so you can see. And change it. All right. There. Is that better? I think so. Okay. I wanted you to see the midway point. So the reason why I don't like this area right here is because I want it to come at least halfway back to the range. So the first range that I'm going to map out all the ranges and then we'll eliminate the ones that just don't work. So I like this area here, and then I will clone this and see if there's any more areas before. So this area looks like there might be something here. Okay, I think we have, I always try to get at least 3 areas and then eliminate the ones that just don't make sense to me. So these are all weekly areas of interest. As you can see, we're still on the weekly time frame. All right, bet. Now, process of elimination. Like I said, this is what I'm looking for. Price to come back up into either, let me bring this over here. So I'm looking for price to either pull back to here or break through and come up here, or break through and come up here. I also need to, one more thing I need to do. This one, why don't I like it? I already mentioned why I don't like it, because it's, let me go back on the candlestick chart. It's not bad. I just like when it comes back halfway, but this area is not really bad. Because we have a strong amount, like a strong resistance and then a strong support in this area. I do like that, but I'm favoring more, because of the EMA being here, I'm favoring more this area here. But all that matters is that if price gets to this area, if we get a break of structure in this area right here, then I'm taking a sell. If it breaks through this area and then does a break of structure up here, then I'm looking for the sell up here. So it doesn't really matter whether it gets here or not. It all depends on what happens when it gets to these areas. So I'm actually going to leave this like this because I like, and then this is like the ultimate level that if it gets to here, I don't think it's going to get up here. I'm more favoring the first two areas that I marked up, and that's it. Yeah, we wait and then we see if we get a trade. And right now you're seeing on the lower time frames that price is let me bring back the RSI. So what we have here that I would know, I mean, if you're a trader, then you know, or like I still consider myself a new trader, but what I do know from my studies is that there's some divergence happening here where the momentum is showing that price is going up, but it's happening at the same time where price is falling here, which is a divergence, meaning that the momentum is picking up for price to go to the upside. So if this carries out, then we'd get a push up. At some point we get a push up and start testing these areas that I have marked out. So all you do, or in this case, all I'm going to do is I'm going to wait, and I'm going to put my alarm here so that if price starts making its way back to this area, I'm going to have an alert. It's going to go once per bar. I always put this on the 15-minute. As you can see, this is the 4-hour chart right now, but I'm going to show you a trick because I didn't actually know how to do this before, or I didn't know what was set. Like when you set an alert, even though it's on the 4-hour, it'll go off every 4 hours, or while the candlestick is like a 4-hour candlestick, there's 4 hours in it. It'll go off every 4 hours. Obviously, that's not convenient for me because if I don't hear it the first time, then I'm going to have to wait 4 hours for it to go off again. But what you do is once you put the alert down, you can now go to the 15-minute, which I like it on the 15-minute because, you know, it won't move too far away from where I want it to be in 15 minutes. So I have multiple chances to hear the alert. And all you have to do is once you go to the 15-minute time frame is just move it. That's all. You literally just have to move it, and then it'll work on the 15-minute intervals. So what I want to actually look at right now is we have all these days of price. So this is Friday's range, Thursday's range, Wednesday's range, and I do believe it's going to come back and test the top of this range right here, which coincidentally is in the first zone. But price actually likes to come back and test the week. So what I did notice is last week's range is from here. Wait, let me see. We have week 1, week 2, week 3. So this area right here, we have 2 weeks of price in the same area. So this area right here that I marked up is super strong. Okay, so good. yeah, like I do believe price might come here, and if it breaks above, then we're coming to this area right here, like I said. So what we're gonna do is, yeah, our alert is set right here. So if price starts pushing up, I'll get alerted, and I'm gonna go on a higher time frame now. And that's it. I'm gonna wait. If it comes up here, it comes up here. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And what are you gonna do about it? Nothing. So that's my markup for, and then, well, if this comes up here, then what would I be expecting in terms of where I'm gonna take profit? If I get into a trade right there, I'm gonna run my fib. So this would be like the 50% area of the entire move. And price does like to retrace back to 50%. So this area right here, I could see it coming in here. Even if it does push up and touch this, it might leave a wick and come down. But I do like this area right here even more now. So what would that be in terms of a trade? And this is just projections because I don't know. Until price gets here, I wouldn't even know what it's going to look like. But just for video's sake, if it does come into this area right here, and let's just say I take the trade back down to this 4-hour area. So I could get a nice, if it comes there, I could get a nice 3-to-1. Yeah, if it bounces in this area and starts heading down, I can get a nice 3-to-1. Let's say my stop loss is up here, for example. A nice 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Which is around, it's a lot of pips. But you know, you never know if it's going to go all the way down there. Actually, this structure point right here, if it actually comes up here, the structure point it would make is from right here. So I could even get, say, this area right here and still get a 3-to-1. Yeah, this makes more sense to me. Come up here, if it bounces, if it starts coming down from right here, then this is still a 3-to-1. But anyways, that's all in the future. So we'll see what happens when price, even if it's gonna, we don't even know if it's gonna pull back all the way yet. This is just me marking up areas that I would like to take a trade from if price does start pulling back. Okay, so there you go. Let's look at what else is happening in other markets. So everyone is waiting for altcoin season. Everyone is waiting for altcoin season. Let's look at some crypto stuff. I was actually looking at this one site earlier, and I don't remember what it's called. Oh, here. This is what I wanted to see. Yep. So as you can see, I posted this on my Instagram earlier. When price, well, altcoin season is when we're above 75, as you can see right there. Right now we're at 76. So like you can see, we're in the beginning of an altcoin season, and that's why you're seeing a lot of the other cryptos starting to pump. Like you have XRP, you have Stellar, what's it called? XLM, XDC, I think pumped. Some of the bigger altcoins and that even the smaller ones too, like those are starting to go. We had a lot of well, obviously the main narrative that's playing out right now is AI. Like, I feel like the last few days anything AI started going crazy. And like this channel, I'm gonna start talking. I want to bring more of those kind of topics to people because I don't think they understand what's going on in like the crypto space. So we have this thing. Crypto's all about narratives, right? So you see different narratives like meme coins. Then you have the layer ones like Solana, Sui, Ethereum. The list goes on. There's so many layer ones, like it's like I don't even know all of them right now. And then you have the like huge utility coins, like the blue chip coins, ones that have like specific functions. There's so many like utility coins that have different functions. And then you have like within AI, then you have AI agents, which is another type of coins, and which are at this point kind of like meme coins. You have these AI coins that can answer your questions, kind of like ChatGPT and things like that. You have RWA, the real world asset coins, which is the biggest one in that space right now, would be Ondo. There's so many other like you gotta go on things like Coin Market Cap. Let me just jump on here for a sec, and you can actually go to categories, and you can click on memes, and you can see what the top memes are. Just go back into the other corner. Yeah. Great. You can see the top meme coins, right? You can go by ecosystem and see the ones like the Solana ecosystem, the Sui ecosystem. There's so many different. Every layer one has its own like ecosystem of coins. You can see the top AI coins. You see Near Protocol there, Render. You know, some big names that BitTensor, huge project. You have gaming coins, Immutable X, the leader in that space, on Coin Market Cap. So yeah, there's all these different narratives that play out, and you can kind of see which ones are hot based on, you know, the percentages that you're seeing return. And then if you're into like trading, you can go into the charts and see further information about like the structure, what's playing out, and if it's the right time to buy. And there's a lot of tools now that you can go online and actually see. There's a lot of free tools that you can go on. Like I just showed you one a while ago. Right here, where was it? I just showed you. I think it disappeared. Oh no, I had it on another. Yeah, here, like blockchain center, so I can see where the altcoin season is starting. There's a bunch of tools, too many to name. And eventually, when I'll do some videos and show you guys like different tools that I use to find out information when it comes to crypto. But I want to show you this chart, which is another chart, kind of like the information that I showed you here. This is the actual chart, the Bitcoin dominance, and what it's showing you is history repeating itself, right? Like this. There is a indicator that I had on here. Oh, here, watch. So this is actually a really good chart. So in 2016, we had an election, right? Donald Trump became president. Bitcoin dominance fell. And this is when altcoins started exploding, right? And what can you see here? You can see the Bitcoin halving happened in, let me see, what was that? In August, we had the Bitcoin halving. Then in January, we had the inauguration, and then Bitcoin dominance fell. Fast forward. In 2020, we had the Bitcoin halving. Then we had Joe Biden get elected as president in January. And right after that, Bitcoin dominance fell. Altcoins started pumping. When I say pumping, altcoins were going up at the same time that the Bitcoin dominance was falling. This is not the chart of Bitcoin to USD, so don't get that confused. This is the dominance that Bitcoin has on the rest of the market. So kind of like how the S&P for the stock market kind of is the big mover, and if let's just say the same thing, like it's dominating all the other stocks. So Bitcoin is doing the same thing in crypto, right? Fast forward again up to the current time, we had the Bitcoin halving, we had the election, and now we're waiting for, so that's why I have this question mark here, because normally what you see in January, after the inauguration, then you see the Bitcoin dominance start to fall, and then altcoins start pumping again. And we're kind of there right now, waiting to see what's going to happen in the new year. So you're seeing a lot of altcoins already starting to move, and get involved. That's all I can say. I mean, do your research and see if it makes sense to you. One advice that I'll give you is don't follow people blindly. There's so many influencers online that are going to give you all this information, tell you to buy this, tell you to buy that. A lot of the coins out there are trash. They're just simply garbage. And you don't want to make that mistake and buy garbage. The thing is, how do you know, right? You got to join communities. You got to cross-reference different information that you get online. Use the research tools. Like I said, like if you want to be safe, I would just tell people, I can't give financial advice, but what I would say in terms of like protecting your money is the top, I would say like the top 50, top 100 coins in here are usually like your safest ones, right? Because they're listed on like the front page of CoinMarketCap. The deeper you start going into the coins, the less like trustworthy they're going to be, right? Like these ones are here. These are like the names that everyone hears: XRP, Ethereum, Solana. The only thing is, like you would know, is the less risk you take is the less return, right? Not necessarily in all cases. Like if you bought in the bear market, Solana fell to like, I can't remember. Let's click on Solana. What was the price of Solana in the bear market? Solana fell all the way to like $12. Yeah, Solana fell to $12 in the bear market, $11. And now it's all the way trading at $236. You see what I'm saying? So it's either you're gonna just stay in the front page and just be safe, but if you want to buy coins that give you a higher return, and you're not into crypto and you're not able to buy early, then you're gonna want to, be safe and just buy from like the front page. If you want to be more risky, then there's definitely a lot of coins that haven't made it to there's a lot of coins that haven't made it to big exchanges yet. And the good thing about that is that you're getting in before all of the retail investors, which in the new year, and the fact that you're seeing some records get broken for coins that haven't, or not even just records being broken, coins that are making it back to all-time highs or making it back to just different levels. Like if XRP was held down so long because of the security, because of the case against them about XRP being a security, and when they won the case, now it finally made it back to $2 after years of just not moving at all. So yes, you just need to do research and kind of figure out what's happening. But when you buy coins that are not on tier 1 exchanges like your Coinbase, Binance, Crypto.com, those kind of big exchanges that everyone knows about, and it's only trading on a decentralized exchange, you know, like Uniswap and PancakeSwap, all these different decentralized exchanges. Those are where you're going to make the most gains because retail investors haven't started buying yet. Anyways, that's all the information I want to give for now, because I could literally keep going on this topic, and I want to bring more videos like that where I kind of give people information when it comes to how to find coins before they blow up on bigger exchanges, or even how to use some of these tools. A lot of people don't even know how to use like a ledger, or there's so many different wallets you can buy right now, but I had these since the 2021 cycle. I had the ledger, so I use it. I got 2 of them and they work. You know, you just gotta make sure you don't, there's a lot of fake sites out there where you click on and then they take your seed phrase. How do I know? I've done it before, but trust me, you learn once, you'll never do it again. you'll never do it again. But it keeps everything safe, and that's what you want. And like, I'll keep one just to buy crypto that I'm gonna move out of quickly, and then I have one for more like long-term ones that I want to hold, like Bitcoin. So that being said, that's how I operate. Anyways, again, because I don't want the video to get too long, again, like and subscribe, turn on the bell notifications. I just broke down, what was that, CAD JPY. If you have any comments or other types of videos that you want to see, any other cryptos or things that you want me to talk about on the channel, just leave a comment in the description and let me know, and I'll change it up and I'll do different types of things going forward, you know. I hope my sound effects are working, because all I really care about is the horns working, and I don't know if it's working. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it here. That was another week of, you know what, I gotta remember the name. Chart check with tech. And I'll see you guys next week, same time, 7 o'clock. Let me know if that's a good time, or you want me to do it earlier, later. I can switch it up. I'm just doing it because I want to just get the flow of making videos every week. Yeah, because I'm going to grow this channel, because I know what I'm talking about. And yeah, eventually I'm going to get it right, and this is going to be the most amazing place for you to visit on YouTube. So anyways, peace, have a good night, and happy trading.